Welcome back to Goldfish for You. Right, so today we're going to do something different with this tank. Because energy price is so high, I need to cut my electricity use, and even though we wrapped it so we keep the heat in, still not quite enough to cut the cost down. So we've got a filter just under there, I don't know if you can see that, with a little power head running over there. We're going to take that out. We're going to leave our bottle filter, but I'm going to adjust that so it's sat on top of a foam filter, so you get the mechanical and biological filtration at the same time. This canister filter on the outside, we're going to take off and put it away in storage for the time being. So, what are we going to do with it? Well, we're going to go old school. Now, I've been keeping goldfish for over 40 years, so we're going to go under gravel filter. Now, this is quite a long tank. This is 4 foot, so it's going to need 3 stand-up pipes. I've already done the bottom tank. I've got to add a bit more gravel in there. The only concern is whether the pump, the air pump, is big enough to run the under gravel with the 3 up pipes on here and the bottom filter. If it's not, then I'll have to look for an energy rated A or A plus air pump to replace the air pump I've got in a minute. It runs all right on the bottom. It seems to be run all right on the bottom. You can see it just over there. It's running fine, and it's running a sponge filter as well. It's still got the hang on the side or hang on the back filter, which I'm probably going to keep because these produce quite a bit of waste. They're just about ready to go outside, but unfortunately the weather's turned and it's really cold this week, so they won't be going outside this week. But potentially next week, but we'll have to see what the weather's going to be like for the next couple of weeks. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to do this. So I bought 3 of these, as you'll see in a second. I'm going to package it. Right, so I bought 3 under gravel kits. All pond solutions. These are the bigger version. So these come with 2 up pipes. 2 up pipes, air sounds or whatever. You've got how many grids in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 grids with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lots on them. So I've used them before. We've seen them work okay. So we'll put that to one side because I don't need that one. Not bad because I don't need that. So what we're going to use on top of it is, oh, dear me, this aquarium soil. I know it says soil, but it's not. It's like a very fine gravel. Helps with the filtration, better than gravel does. These are quite expensive. I bought 15 kilos. I managed to find it on eBay for £12, I think it was, instead of 20 odd quid anywhere else. But you can see it helps with pH control and whatever. You can plant it into it if you want to. I wouldn't do that with goldfish because they just dig it up. But I've used this before. Same, exactly the same one. I've not had a problem with it. It's called Natural Colours. Comes in black, but it's grey, red, and something else I can't remember. But I go with grey because I like the black bottom finish. As I said, it's natural colours. So I don't need that one for the time being. That one's going to be for the bottom tank to top that up. But I do like to have a nice layer in the bottom. But first of all, what I've got to do is catch a fish, because I can't put the underground filter in here with the fish still in there. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to snap right back to you when I've caught them all, and then we'll take it from there. See you in a bit. Right, so that's all the fish caught. I didn't realise there were so many fish in that tank. But as they're out, I'm going to have a sort out as well. So some that can be moved to the different tanks and whatever. And some that just aren't growing at all. So we'll take care of them. Anyway, right, so now we have an empty tank. Unless I missed one, I don't think I did. So, what we're going to do is put the under gravel filter in, which I'll show you how we're going to do that in a second. What else have I done with it? They say over there. 2 minutes. Right, so these kits, they come as single stages, as such. single grids, so you can make them into any size that you want, or virtually any shape that you want. They just snap apart. It's always difficult to do things one-handed. They do just snap apart. It's not going to do it, is it? There we go. So they've just got little lugs on it, and depending on which way you want to go, that one doesn't want to come out at all, does it? Oh, no, that one doesn't want to come out. Try this one. Try this one. There we go. That's easier. So they just come out. They've got little lugs on it. So a little female and a little male, and they just slot in together. Just slot in together to make a grid, whatever size you want, and then obviously you can put ones outside as well. They just slot together if they're the right way around, which are not. But anyway, let's put that on one side because I don't need that. I'll just show you how these things go together. I've already pre-done it because I'm sure you didn't want to see me snap all these together. So this, sorry about the towel, but catching fish, a lot of water on the floor. So this is our grid. Now we're going to have 3 up pipes, 1 in each corner, and because this is 17 tiles long, we have 1 in the middle. So pick up these up pipes. I think that one probably still where it is. Now, can I do this one-handed? This may be fun. They shouldn't come apart, but I can't do it one-handed because I've got to take that out. So if I just rest that on there for a second, and then these up stands, they just slide. Oops, maybe close. There we go. So they just slide into these little clips here. There, the little clips. So the bases, these bases here, I'll take that off there for a second. I'll pop that back on there. They only slide in one way. There we go. See? Slide in, easy. But you can't slide it in from that direction. You can only slide it in from this direction. That's what I mean about one way. You can turn it round if you want to have it that way, like that. So, anyway, right. I don't think I'm going to do this one-handed, but we'll have a go. Let's take this one off. I can't get in with that. And let's take this little foot off. There we go. And we'll take the other one off. Put it on the table. Right, let's see if we can slide this in one-handed, or two-handed. Sorry about the picture. But you see, there we go. And this is why we have to catch the fish, because it floats. And if you try doing it with fish in, you'll end up with fish trapped underneath it, which wouldn't be very good. And a lot of faffing about trying to get them out from underneath. Now the only problem with these things is they're not the perfect size for the tank, so you end up with a little gap. Now what I try to do is try and get it so it's even all the way round. And when you put your gravel on, where that came from, my pipe is a little bit high. There we go. Right, so it floats as it would do because it's made out of plastic. So we'll try and get it even. Now what I need to do is put the pipes back in, but I can't do that one-handed. I'm not going to hold the camera at the same time, because I will drop the camera in the tank, and that won't be good for the camera. I've lost one camera already this year, one phone already. Right, so I'll snap right back to you once I put the pipes back in, and then we'll put some gravel in, or some soil in. Back in a minute. So what I've had to do, the good thing about these systems is you can trim these pipes down if they're too long, because the inside pipe will actually give you a head height, so if you trim that down too much, you don't have to worry about it too much. But I've had to trim these down a little bit, just take about an inch off it or so, because it was just too high. Right, so I've put two pipes in already, one there, one over there in that corner. Can't get this one in this corner, which is a bit of a shame. So we're just going to pop that pipe in there like that, and get the other bit. So here, Put that in there, like that. They do have little stoppers, little rubber stoppers, but I find they're just a pain. You can use them, I'll show you them in a second and tell you what they're used for. Okay, on the right bit. Right, so there's our topping. Right, let's have a look at these little rubber stoppers. They're in my pocket. Right, little rubber stoppers. Supposed to be seals. As I said, they're a pain. And what you do is they go around the smaller pipe on the inside. I'll take this out again. I can take it out again. One-handed? No, I can't. Anyway, so that goes over the top of that pipe there. Ignore the fat hand. Over the top of that pipe, and it creates a seal in here, which you don't really need. It's handy to use, but as I say, you don't really need it. In my circumstances, I don't need it anyway because I've cut the pipe to the correct size. But if you'd actually cut the pipe, this outside pipe slightly lower, and you needed to lift the inside pipe up, this little seal would hold it in place. But as I said, I don't need it. Right, so what we're going to do now is connect it up. Connect all 3 pipes up, and then put some gravel in it, and give it a little clean off. So I'll do that in I'll be right back in 2 seconds. Right, as I thought, there's not enough pump in that air, not enough power in that air pump to run all 3 upstands. So it's definitely won't run the bottle filter as well. That one's running quite nicely. So pipe work is just temporary, so I can get this up and running. And obviously I'm going to have to look for another pump. For the time being, what I might do is run it off my what's it called? My USB air pumps. Just for the time being. Let's give that another clean. I only did it 3 days ago. Anyway, set the point. Right, so now it's time to put some soil in the bottom. Instead, what I like to do is try and position it so it's even gap either side, because there's always going to be a gap. I'll put it around about there. So this is all soil. After it's been pre-washed, there's 10 kilos in there. So obviously I can't pick that up in one hand. So I'm just going to pop the camera down for 2 seconds, pick that up, and we'll get it in the tank. It's been pre-washed, so there shouldn't be any dirt coming off it. But it's not dirt as such, it's just dust really. Right, so let's pop you down here for a second. And we'll pick it up. Oh! Right. Put the camera up again. And all we're going to do, if I can position it in the right place, is just tip it in. That's one. For that side of it. Come over here. I think it's working. Even if I've cleaned it. Right. But as you can see, best to look at it now. It's just see, so it's not actually soil as such. But I got this idea off the pond guru. He deals in filters and filtrations and stuff. And he said this was really good to use. And I've got it in a couple of tubs. I used it for some fry, and I've never had a problem with it. Anyway, I'm just going to pop the camera down whilst I empty the rest of this bowl. And then we'll get to sorting out the bottom of it. Make sure we've got enough. Okay, back in 2 seconds. Right, well that was a bit of faff. Anyway, I've got 2 standpipes running on 2 USB pumps, air pumps, connected to my battery, backup battery. They'll run for a couple of days. That'll give me time to find an air pump. That was not running very well, and neither was my water filter. But I definitely need to get a new air pump. So I'm looking for an energy rated A or energy rated A plus air pump. If anyone knows of one, drop it in the comments below. That'd be great. Water's a little bit murky. That'll take about half an hour to clear, and the fish can go back in. I was going to sauce them, but I'm not going to bother tonight. They'll get saucy probably at the weekend. Just need to get that light a little clean again. Well, it gets dirty so easy. Anyway, heater's back on. Water needs topping up, which we'll do, and then we'll get the fish back in, and they can be happy in their new home, hopefully. Anyway, if you like the video, think about subscribing, helps the channel out a lot. If you did like the video, think about hitting thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hit thumbs down, that's fine with me. If you've got any comments, suggestions, anything to say, post them in the comments section below. If you hit bell notification, that will inform you every time I upload a new video. Subscribing is free, and we all like some free stuff. And on that note, I think I will catch you on the next one. This one's done. Just got to wait for it to clear, put the fishes back in, and get myself a new air pump. Anyway, that's enough waffle. I'll see you later. Bye.